Once again, it's your boy CJ, aka Let's Get It. Okay, right? All right, man. There was a real interesting video that I ran across some time back regarding this Instagram model named Persephanie. She goes by the name of Persephanii Official. She has like over 1 million Instagram followers, 250,000 YouTube subscribers, and upon a little bit of research, I found out that she has a net worth estimate of $10 million. Okay, so I just wanted to get a little bit of that out of the way. To be honest with you, I can't recall how I came into knowledge of who this woman was, but just based off of the picture in the background, I mean, you could tell that she's stunning. She's absolutely beautiful. So what else could I say? I mean, what else could I do but give her a Instagram follow and subscribe to her YouTube channel and all that type of stuff. She does like a lot of, I mean, as you can see, to the fellas out here, she's very, very, very blessed, upstairs. But we about to find out if she's blessed up in the brain today, because this video that I've been putting off, I wanted to do a response on, because she started out, I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I've only known about her for approximately about a year, right? And I forgot, I mean, something was suggested of her up in my YouTube feed, so I just clicked on it, and then, just seeing how beautiful this woman was, I'm just wondering, like, yo, who is this Miss Persephanie, right? AKA Stephanie Nelson, right? So I ended up looking her up, found her YouTube page, went through some of her videos, and I saw she did like a lot of fashion videos. It's like, bra try-ons and stuff like that. And you can see she's very, very blessed up in that department, as well as she has a very gorgeous face, So I had been following her for quite some time. And see, the thing is, all right, one day I just get notified of, this discussion, because she started a podcast, right? I think it's called the Bumpin' Heads Podcast or something like that. So I listened to a couple of other episodes, and I'm digging it, I'm feeling it. But then there was one in particular that popped up that we're about to respond to today. And it was her and her other co-hosts on their podcast. They were discussing race loyalty and the N-word. And I guess maybe sometime I might come into these type of discussions with some sort of a bias or some sort of a prejudice. Because when we talk about, black people who got the bag, they got the looks, they got the bag, they got the popularity, a lot of times they are very inadequate representation of, speaking up on racial topics, because, they can't be too black. They can't speak. They don't want to come across as being racist, because, then their money will become in jeopardy. And especially, with Persephanie also being OnlyFans model, guys. Don't go look her up. But she's also an OnlyFans model. She's an IG model. She's gorgeous. I mean, what more can I say? I have nothing ill to say about, her her outwardly appearance. She's very, very beautiful. But when it comes to this discussion that we're about to get off into it, and I'm about to do my response, right? But actually, while I'm speaking real quick, let me go ahead and set that up. Wait just a sec. I gotta get this. Let me pause this real quick. I don't want no copyright for the music or whatever. Just a second. Let me fast forward it to the actual factual podcast. And I'm gonna break this down because maybe I just have an inherent prejudice against OnlyFans models and females, who twerk for a living and get butt naked and, show their body. I wonder, like, sometimes what is upstairs? I mean, we know that what your outwardly physical appearance looks like, right? But I mean, are you just another one of these airheads? Another one of these, what they call dumb bimbos, dumb blinds? And I want the fellas out here to please answer this. What is more important to you as a man? Beauty or brains? All right. So without further ado, we're going to go get off into the program, right? And we're going to break this down. I'm going to pause it here and there if I hear something that I would like to, give my little personal commentary about. So enough has been said. Let's get off into the show.
Welcome to the Bumpy Heads Podcast. I am your chesty bestie, Persephanii, and I'm joined with my near.
Okay, you see how she opened it up, right? And I'm not trying to nitpick, but nah, she's your chesty bestie. You feel me? And yeah, she does have a very, very huge chest. Okay, so let's continue. I just had to throw that in when she came up saying that, yo.
Dearest and dearest, say hello to the fam. Dion DC Curry.
What's up, y'all?
Kenny Jones.
The deal.
And Martini Bellini.
What's up, y'all?
So let me get straight to it. Dion, what you
Yes.
got for us?
What do I have for you?
Yeah, what you got for us?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, race pride.
Okay.
Race pride.
Uh-oh. Look at the way they looking. Everybody know. This is one touchy subject. Race pride. Like, if we talking about religion, politics, and race, man, there's been so many friendships that have been destroyed based off of petty differences on those three topics alone. I just wanted to start off with that. Let's continue.
Who has it the most, and is it healthy?
Who has?
That's what I want to know. Who has it the most, and is it healthy?
Well, what is it?
Well, what is what?
What is race pride?
Okay, see, here's the thing. Persephone, you know what? That's a good question. There really is no standard definition of race pride. Race pride means a million different things to a million different people. So I guess it just really depends on what an individual would classify as being race pride. Let's continue though. I don't want to drag this video out too long, but buckle up, man. We're gonna do our best to try to be fair and just, because I fucks with Persephone. I'm just hoping that she answered these questions right though. Like, don't start cooning for them cornbread buttermilk biscuits, man. Just for that white man, that white man's check though. I feel it though. I feel it. But I'm just saying, yo, don't forget where you come from and don't forget who you are either though. All right, let's continue.
Race pride is being, well, it's actually is going to depend on the person. But for me, it's a slippery slope. Like, I don't necessarily know if I have pride or I can be proud to be black.
Bro, dang, man, come on, bro. You a black man, a successful black man, sitting next to one of the most beautiful Instagram models that they are. What you mean you ain't proud to be black, bro? I mean, I'm probably jumping the gun off the gate, but I gotta throw in my little 2 cents of opinion, regardless of how worthless you may feel for it to be. But you should be proud.
For the simple fact, I didn't choose black. Black chose me. So
You know what?
no, I'm serious.
No, I
Like
got you.
I'm dead ass. Like I wasn't in my mama womb going, let me see the race pamphlet, which one I want to be. Like that's just who I
A
am,
race pamphlet.
right?
Not you scrolling through the races, about to pick a race. Like,
No,
nah,
I'm
let's
dead ass. But seriously, so I'm like, so can I actually be proud to be black? Now, am I happy that I'm black? Absolutely. I'm happy that I'm black. Would I want to go back and be anything else? No, I wouldn't. If I had the choice again, I would do it again. I do think though that, the older generation, they probably had more of a reason to say the black pride, or they proud to be black.
It was out of
because
necessity.
It was a necessity. Like the what they had to go through, the oppression they had to go through, and
Yeah.
to be black and to get out of that.
Right.
I feel you, big bro. And unfortunately, man, even though a lot of black people, man, doing a lot better, we still go through a whole lot of bullshit, though. Like, I just gotta spit facts, bruh. Like, look at the whole George Floyd movement, man. You know what I mean? Look at Trayvon Martin, Philando Castile. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to harp on that shit, and I don't want to harp on racism and that type of stuff, because I'm not racist. But I'm just saying, bro, we got a long road ahead of us, too, though. You feel me?
400 years of slavery, whatnot.
Yeah, required.
So there was.
You know what I mean? I just want to add this in, too, as well. Just take a look, man. Look at the black community, like, right now. Of course, y'all don't have to worry about this, but look at the poverty up in the hood, up in the ghettos, up in the projects and shit, man. Look at, man, oh man, yo, this like breaks my heart to have to say this, though. I mean, today, right here in 2022, man, look at how, blacks are filling up the penitentiaries. I mean, man, our whole mindset is just self-destructive. We out here fucking killing each other, robbing each other, shooting each other. You know what I mean? Shit's fucked up, bro. Shit still ain't right.
Was a thing to be prideful for. So I think maybe somebody in my generation, I can like maybe take the pride part because of what they went through, and now how it's passed on to me because of their struggle. Now I'm here. So,
Right.
like I'm happy that they went through that, and
Yeah.
being the underdog. So that's just my take. Yeah.
Race pride. You said who has it the most? Well, when I think about it, automatically I go to black pride, black power. I think Mexicans have it a lot,
Okay.
and Polynesian people as well. When I think of pride, like race pride, those are the first things that kind of come to my mind. Is it healthy? To a certain extent, I think as long as you're not shoving it down everybody's fucking throat all damn day, then yeah. But you should be proud whether you get to choose it or not. I mean, nigga, you 6'4". I think you're proud to be 6'4". Like, so yeah, you should be.
Yeah, facts, bro. Shit, y'all should be proud, first of all, that y'all so damn successful in life. You know what I mean? So be proud to be successful. Be proud of your success. You feel me?
Proud of who you are and in your existence in this fucking shitty place we call Earth.
For real. For real.
Absolutely. Yeah, I definitely believe it exists, of course, and I think that it's a dope thing. I think it's a great thing when I see people proud of their culture, or just really in tune with their culture. I think that's dope. Now, like you said, Kenny, shoving it down people's throats. Like, you have like brown pride with Mexicans, and and you have black pride with black folks, but then you get to other races and you have things like the KKK and stuff like that. And that's when it gets tricky. I feel like that.
Wow, yo, you keeping it so real. Wow, let's not forget about that group, that hate group. But yeah, let's keep going. So far, I'm agreeing with everything, I wouldn't say things exactly like this, but at the same time, we all have our own way of looking at things. But yo, they keeping it real so far, in my honest opinion.
That's when it's no longer, it's not a positive thing anymore. So that's my take on it. As far as who has it the most, I would say, and I'm half. Mexicans do have a lot of pride in their race. So
Facts. Yo, you ain't never lied. Yo, Mexicans, man, have a lot of pride in their race. Mexicans love to be Mexicans. They love their little Mexican babies. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, they definitely got pride.
I don't think that I've carried it as far as like being proud to be half Mexican, but as far as being like a prideful person in life, I do feel like I have and that's probably studied my growth in. Give me a break. Y'all funny, but yeah, working on the pride for sure. But yes, definitely exists. Definitely is a positive thing as long as, like you said, Kenny, you're not shoving it down folks' throats. Just be proud of who you are and be cool, So that's my take on it.
As far as who has it the most, I definitely think Black people have it the most. I think we kind of go around like shouting it out to the mountaintops because of our ancestors, what they had to go through, and kind of.
Hey, Persephanie, don't do it. Don't do it, Persephone. I know them buttermilk biscuits are good. But I'm saying, Persephone, don't do it. Yo, I'm enjoying this discussion. Hey, don't go too far, Persephone, with that stuff. Please, sis.
Have coined the term Black Power, Black Pride, way back then. I think white pride is a response to Black pride.
Oh my God, Stephanie. I gotta rewind that. Yo, it's like she reading from a script right here, the way she said this though. Hold up a second. She came off of her Donald Trump voice. Yo, if you real, you know what I'm talking about, man. Let's replay this. Yo, I got a good laugh out of that.
Definitely is a positive thing as long as, like you said, Kenny, you're not shoving it down folks' throats. Just be proud of who you are and be cool, So that's my take on it.
As far as who has it the most, I definitely think Black people have it the most. I think we kind of go around like shouting it out to the mountaintops because of our ancestors, what they had to go through, and kind of coined the term Black Power, Black Pride, way back then. I think white pride is a response to Black pride and rooted in white supremacy. So I think that's why we don't really hear, I don't want to say normal white people, going around saying white pride because they already know what it's rooted in. The only people we really see say, white power, white pride are usually white supremacists, which
who don't like us.
yeah,
right?
is kind of rooted in negativity, and we're superior and nobody else really matters. Everyone else is beneath us. That type.
Oh, sis, I gotta come at you, yo. So I guess that 10 million, you got them $10 million done changed you. Wow. The way you said that, the way you explained that, I'm in awe. I'm very, very disappointed in you, Persephone. Very disappointed in you for the way that you explained it. That white power and white pride is nothing but a mere response to black power and black pride. Oh my goodness gracious. But you know, they say money changes people. Money changes people, folks.
Of
And nobody else is like that.
right. So
Like we're not running around here saying like why you know.
Right.
Anyway.
And I know like these, words get jumbled around a lot, but is it more so of a ethnicity thing than like a race thing? Because even like with white people, we're talking about white people. Italians have a lot of pride. Okay. Irish people have a lot of pride. Yeah. Polish people, we can go on and on. Right. So,
yo, as they should. Everybody should have pride. Like, the line that we have to draw is when the pride becomes supremacy and hatred against other groups. Like, the Irishman, he should be proud to be Irish. The Chinaman should be proud to be Chinese. The Mexican should be proud to be Mexican. The African or the Nigerian or the Senegambian should be proud to be whatever the hell they are. And the black should be proud to be black. I don't see a problem there.
Is it more so fit in with like a ethnicity or culture thing than specifically like race?
Shit.
I'll say white Americans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you don't really hear that. Well, when I've gone to other countries, I've never really heard anybody talking like that, you know?
Yeah, they don't have that kind of
but-
hate in their heart. It's just different.
Like, even in the jail system, they're like,
Well, yeah, that's
yeah.
that's a completely different mindset.
You talking
though.
about a
We
whole
don't-
nother
we
type
don't-
of-
It is,
say,
but
we-
is it really?
Mad
I
folks
mean,
mad.
they were out before they went to jail, so it's
Man.
like, yeah,
Right,
there's
but
a culture there.
Right,
It's-
but we know that's kind of born out of necessity, I guess, as well. But yeah, you go in jail, you're gonna have to.
And you don't
align
have
with
very
somebody
many
for
options.
protection, though.
Yeah, you don't have very many options. It's like you're gonna be with the white
Right.
supremacists if you're white. You're gonna be, it's not an
Right.
Italian
Yeah, I
club
feel like
over there.
I feel like that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little different, but I feel like the mindset is the same with white pride on the outs and in jail. I feel like
Yeah.
it's
Oh, Persephone, wow. Hey, Persephone, something else. All I could do is laugh and just look at their eyes and that smirk on her face. Wow. She's going in. Persephone is like setting fire to this whole conversation, yeah? Because she ain't with it. Hey, come on, Persephone. I love that smile on her face, though. Pretty with your pretty self.
the same thing. Now, Black Pride, it might be a little different in there than out in the streets. I feel like Black Pride was a thing for survival. I don't know much about Brown Pride, except I've just heard. I know that it's with Mexicans. Outside of that, I don't really know too much about Brown Pride, except it exists. But I've never heard anything negative associated with Brown Pride. So to hear you guys talk about, it's a positive thing is great, because that's all I've seen from Brown Pride. Now, I've never really heard Asian Pride or anything like that.
But Persephone, you don't have to hear about Asian pride. Asian people show it. Go to Chinatown. Go to Koreatown. You know what I'm saying? Asian people, they don't have to be out here creating this label or this term called Asian pride. They show it. That's what they do. But yeah, okay, Persephone, let's continue with you, with your pretty self.
They just not as boisterous.
Oh, I've never heard the term, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Look.
I think the Asian struggles have just really kind of been brought to light in the last couple of years, honestly. So that's
Yeah.
why we haven't really heard a lot about it.
But the fact that it
it's
has
not-
to come from a struggle is what's unfortunate. We've heard "Stop Asian Hate." That's kind of been the coined term for Asian, but I've never heard them have to, come out and be like Asian pride,
Yeah.
so.
I've seen Filipinos be pretty prideful in that. Huh?
Pinoy pride.
Pinoy.
Yeah, I've seen them be. Yeah, I like them.
Hey, Persephone she should have that pretty pride. I'm sorry for laughing so much, but Persephone, she trying hard, but I see through the script that she's reading from. I do. But Persephone need to talk about pretty pride, big titty pride.
Down for everybody being prideful and
There you go.
who they
I
are.
feel like you
As
should
long as-
definitely be proud of where you're from. Like
Yeah.
wherever that might
But-
be, like rep that, be
but
that.
just don't act like
You're better.
like you chose it. I think that's the thing for me. I don't like when people act like they chose it and that's what makes it better or them better than somebody else, when it's like, nah, it's
Question. So
a toss up.
if you
I gotta be transparent. Persephone is a monster of a woman. I'm talking about. Man, I wouldn't know. I mean, she's a beastly woman. If I was to get with Persephone, I don't know if I would be the beauty or the beast up in the relationship. I just had to throw that in, guys. I can't stop laughing at this video.
are say you're white and you're born to racist parents or KKK parents or whatever, are you allowed to be proud of who you are?
Well, I mean, I don't think they have a choice.
It's unfortunate because that's what they were taught. So
Right.
it's like, then I guess technically we shouldn't be mad at, because everybody, if that's how you're brought up.
We just
I say that all
said
the time, Mark.
Yeah.
everybody should be proud of who they are or where they're from. Blah blah blah. Should they?
But I mean,
No.
in that sense, but we already said the hate part is not what we condone. Like,
Okay, what
your,
if
your
they're-
pride and
what
it
if
equals hate towards somebody else.
Okay, right. But everyone who is born or has family members who are racist, they're not racist themselves. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
So someone who doesn't align ideologically with where they're from, then what are they to be proud of? Like,
Their
Whatever
independence.
they
Their independent
Whatever they go out
thinking. The
there
fact
and
that
find and
look, they can be prideful at the fact that they don't, succumb to their
Yes.
parents.
I gotta say this again, man. Persephone was just blessed. She was blessed by the Lord to make her pretty. The Lord made Persephone just pretty and big old boobs swinging. I mean, Persephone is blessed.
Right.
Mindset, because I have started to see a lot of the Gen Z, I would say, like really going against their racist parents, and it's really lovely to see.
as they should. There's too much information out there.
And then you look at the marches for George Floyd. Look at
How
they were
diverse
marching
they were.
around
Yeah.
the world, and
like
it's like
something
the
you
biggest march that's ever been in our history.
Yeah.
So for a black man, so I feel like we're coming around, and I feel like they're kind of now there still exists, because we are still constantly seeing like stuff in these like high schools and stuff where they're targeting certain people at school, or doing blackface, or all this other stuff. But I feel like they're coming around to it. Maybe in the next 4 generations, maybe.
Yeah, maybe in the next 4 generations, every black person will be rich like you, Persephone. Be worth $10 million, have 1 million Instagram followers, and 250,000 YouTube subscribers. Maybe one day, all black people will be rich and popular and have everything that you have, Persephone. I'm sorry, man, for that voice. I just have to do it sometimes. Yeah, I can't stop laughing, man. I'm enjoying this this conversation this podcast that they're doing?
It'll be to where it's a melting pot, because if you look at, there are certain studies that suggest, in the next 30, 40, 50 years, everybody's going to look the same. Like, it's going to be a melting pot of mixed race folks.
Right.
So,
Right.
Imagine.
So will race pride be gone? Pretty much.
Yeah, then it'll be culture pride next.
It'll be something else.
it'll be something.
Humans are gonna find a way to
culture pride
differentiate
next.
themselves and go at odds with each other. It's
absolutely.
just the beginning of time.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll all look the same, but different tribes.
People have asked, like, in the comments and stuff like that, like, how come you guys don't have any white guests or white hosts?
Okay.
And so I think
they
that's
asked that.
something. Yeah, I think that's something that we could actually do. Maybe bring.
I got to
someone
think
from
of who
another
I
race
know
on the show.
I gotta think.
Well, there go Persephanie again, or her Donald Trump impersonator trying to impersonate Donald Trump. Why don't you bring some bros, some of your homies, some niggas, like, I know my man Jay Horn is one of the dudes that's responsible for you even getting a name. How about bring him on to the fucking into the podcast? You feel me? It's like, we don't have to just necessarily just bring on white people. Like, goddamn, like put some of your younger homies and shit like that on, or some dudes that's like trapping and drilling out in the streets. Let's bring them on for discussions. Come on, sis. Man, don't completely sell out. Please don't. I know that money's looking good. Them cornbread buttermilk biscuits are buttered up to the T. But come on now, don't forget about your people. And don't forget about where you come from. I don't care how much money you got.
Like, I'm here for it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm down.
Let's do it.
I had actually told him, one of my homegirls, Mexican, she doing her thing. Dope. She's acting. I think she'll be fire to have on. And we need more women guests too.
Yeah.
Anyway.
For sure. We've only had one, right? Just Gigi.
Yeah.
Yeah, just Gigi.
Shout out Gigi.
Shout out to JJ.
Yeah, girl.
What we got next on the list? DC Jokester.
It's crazy how you say my name like that.
She went heavy on the jokes.
Like,
I heard it.
Yeah, don't do that no more.
Wait. Hold up. Back to the race
that
thing. And I want to address the N-word, because
Oh yeah. Talk about it.
about it. We get flack for, or we've gotten flack for it from people in our comments or whatever, for saying nigga a lot or whatever. I want to know y'all thoughts on that. Something that's in our,
What's your question?
What are your thoughts on the N-word? Do you feel bad about us getting flack for it? You think we should use it more? We think we should use it less? We shouldn't use it at all? Do other people have a right to say what to do with the N-word?
No, they don't.
Hey, do we use it a lot? I'm asking for
We
myself.
use it
I
more
didn't
than we
even
think.
notice.
We
to
use
be
it more than
honest.
we think, for sure.
Yeah.
We
We use it
do?
more than we think. Yes, we do.
Dang.
So
All
we that
for- all-
comfortable
It's
with
just
the
All
N-word?
four of
so
us.
unconscious.
I'm very
like,
comfortable with it.
All four
Yeah.
of
It
us.
really is.
I'm very comfortable with it.
See, here go Persephone again. She's comfortable with the N-word. I'm scared to even hear what she gonna say. Let me rewind it. Wow. Okay, let me play.
Know y'all thoughts on that? Something that's in our,
What's your question?
What are your thoughts on the N-word? Do you feel bad about us getting flack for it? You think we should use it more? We think we should use it less? We shouldn't use it at all? Do other people have a right to say what to do with the N-word?
No, they don't.
Hey, do we use it a lot? I'm asking for
We
myself.
use it
I
more
didn't
than we
even
think.
notice.
We
to
use
be
it more than
honest.
we think, for sure.
Yeah.
We
We use it
do?
more than we think. Yes, we do.
Damn. So
All
we that
four- all-
comfortable
It's
with
just
the
All four
N-word?
of
so
us.
unconscious.
I'm very
like,
comfortable with it.
All four
It
of us.
really is.
I'm very comfortable with it. I have found myself trying to reduce the amount that I use it. So I've caught myself after the first episode. I did catch myself like, you know, a couple people talked to me about it. And I was like, you know what? I'll save that for the homies.
Yeah, I understand that part. Okay. Because at first, I thought you was going to be like, you comfortable with other races calling you the N-word. I just wanted to see I'm trying to figure out like where you're going with this. Like, I mean, I could understand because I'm comfortable with it too. But long as it's coming from people who look like me. But I'm not comfortable with no form of no N-word, whether it's the ER at the end or the NIGGA. I don't, You're not calling me that. If you Mexican or Chinese or white, you're not calling me no N-word. Those are fighting words. For me, personally, in my honest opinion.
You know, off camera. And so I tried to like lower it, because then I recognize that not everybody can. Sometimes I want people to hear what I'm saying.
Yes.
And sometimes they'll find anything to not listen, right? But if it's something that I can like minimize a little bit and something that I've wanted to minimize a little bit anyway, then I'm okay with doing that. Now, I don't feel bad within myself for using it. No. And you know, it's something that I grew up using, and the people that I've been around, we all use it. But we are also the same culture, race. So,
Yes.
you know, it's just something in the
Okay, good answer. Good answer. Because I thought you was going to go so far to say that you cool if other races call us that. Fuck that. And shout out to my man to the left. I forget his name with the notorious big t-shirt on. Fuck that shit, sis. Shit, I mean, I'm cool. You use it. You call me. Or say, yo, what's up, my nigga? Or, you know what I mean? But nah, ain't nobody else. Hell no. I'm going to feel very uncomfortable. I feel very uncomfortable with somebody else even outside of black people even saying the goddamn N-word. And that's just me. Some of y'all may disagree.
I feel like people that be like, I don't use the N-word. It's like, there's a certain type of personality attached to that.
Oh,
Yes.
God.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I be like, I just put the
I don't
put the alcohol
know.
away. We're not partying. No.
That shit was regular lingo where I grew
Oh yeah.
up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it popping off had nothing but just like saying any other word in the English language
Right.
for me. And I didn't look at it as bad or shit. You know, they say that we ignorant now. I've heard that.
What the
Using
word
the word nigga, yeah, like you're ignorant.
implies
because
that you're
can't-
ignorant?
Yeah, you can't find nothing else to say type shit.
that's interesting.
What people do have to understand is like this ain't fake.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
This not fake.
Yeah.
And I really know and love these people. So you're getting our most authentic selves. So this is a part of our vernacular. Yes, it is.
Yes.
Now, anyone outside of the culture, I don't want their opinion on it at all. You fucking with it with what we're doing, or you're not.
But the
I fuck with that.
Now, could we lessen our use of it? Yes, just the frivolously throwing it out there all the time. Yeah.
But see,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Man,
I didn't
I
think we used it
really
like that.
reflect.
Well, there were
I didn't
parts.
hear it like that.
There were parts I watched and I'm like,
Well, when we was heated, or
just
just
talking
in
shit,
regular
whatever.
conversation, really? Okay.
Because it's natural. It flows
is.
naturally.
I am
So
unaware.
you're not gonna be aware of it when you're doing it if it flows naturally. You
I'm
know?
unaware. But
It's
but
not
you know,
like we're writing out a script saying
but this is what's crazy though.
got that.
But this is what's crazy. I do know when I recognize it. I do know when it is excessive. You know, like I know excessive use of the word, and I but when we do it, I don't really feel that way. But shit, maybe I'm being biased. My bad.
I think we definitely all have the same opinion about it. I don't feel bad about it. I once it's, and as far as other races using it, I feel like y'all don't really know how to use it in the right context, or
Oh God.
so.
I would say this. I would go a step further, sis. No, there is no right context. The only context is the context of racism. No non-black race can use that word in my presence in any type of context. And I feel comfortable. That's not happening. That ain't happening. That's just me, in my opinion. Everybody's entitled to theirs.
No, it's not about using it in the right context. They shouldn't use it at all.
Yeah, it just don't feel right. Anytime I've had a friend just be like, I'm like, ah.
I mean, I think we also have a responsibility as well too, though. Like, I don't just have black friends,
Right.
so
Right.
I think it's irresponsible of me to go around my white friends or my Asian friends or whatever and just
And not correct
saying it
them.
all the time.
Right.
Yeah. Oh,
If they can't respond
And then you're gonna
back
be
and-
upset with them for
Right.
saying it, but you made it comfortable for them. Like, you have to set those boundaries.
that's good.
That's
good.
a
That makes
good
a lot
point.
of sense.
What about in songs? If
You
you're
know,
if you're with
See,
them,
that's
in-
what I was
in
about to
songs.
say.
That's been a
How do you
constant
feel about
like.
it in your music, Kenny?
So I've tried to use it less. I mean, I'm not rapping as much anymore, so it's been easier to not use it.
Okay.
To be completely honest.
Yeah.
When you talking about love, I'm not gonna be saying nigga like all the time.
Nigga, you about to get
all the
this.
time.
No, he's like, I want to hear it.
But
You sing anything, it don't sound too bad though. I bet you if he sang nigga, it wouldn't sound as bad as him rapping it. Facts.
I'm not. Nah, I would
Yeah.
stay away from it. But
So, nigga. No, okay, sorry you guys. I'm gonna use it less. See, I was about to play around with it and say about 50 of them.
See,
Drop
look at
them
you.
on you.
Hey,
in the music,
Bad.
and maybe listen. These are just my opinions. I could be wrong. I could be right. Whatever. It's subjective. Whatever you feel.
Yeah, it's opinion.
When you're inserting yourself in someone else's culture, you have a responsibility to respect that culture.
Okay.
So if we had a concert and I'm with my white friend and it's a whole bunch of N-words in the song, do I want you blurting it out? I'm going to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm going to feel uncomfortable. I can't help it. I can't explain
Yeah.
to you why.
Yeah.
I'm going to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So as a guest in our culture, be respectful of my uncomfortability.
There we go.
Because
I
it's
love
even
that.
more uncomfortable if I have to address you about it.
Right.
Yeah, now you putting me in a position.
So if you make me
Like-
uncomfortable, I'm going to have to make you uncomfortable. And we don't want to be uncomfortable around each other.
right. Now, do we know?
No.
Right, no doubt. So this is just like my response to this video from Persephanii official, aka Stephanie Nelson, on race loyalty and the usage of the N-word. Please like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel, man. We're gonna come back with a part 2. But thank you, guys, for watching. Much love.